Over the next 2 days, I'm hiking and wild camping on the Ardgartan Peninsula, here in the Scottish Highlands. I'll be passing by lochs, hiking through mountains, and camping at a remote loch-in. Come along for the adventure. I've just left Goil Glen car park, and that is Loch Long that you can see behind me there. It's about 15 miles for this route, and there's actually restricted camping in Loch Lomond in certain areas, but I've just seen a sign saying I'm leaving the camping management zone, so I'm pretty sure we should be fine. Part of this route follows the Loch Lomond and Goil Way, which is one of Scotland's great trails. So with that in mind, it should be really easy to follow, and there hopefully should be pretty well made paths the entire way. If you've been following the channel for a while, you might recognise this area. I came here about 9 months ago to visit Mark Cottage Bothy, which lies on the shores of Loch Long. The route today follows a similar route, heading to the southern tip of the Ardgartan Peninsula, but instead of visiting the Bothy, I'll be then heading north and coming back round to complete the loop. So yeah, I'm really excited for this, should be good. I started off along the track, and it was fairly easy going. Being sheltered by the trees, I felt a sense of safety from the steep cliffs, but there wasn't much to look at. Soon enough, there was a gap in the trees, revealing views over Loch Long to my side. There really is something to be said about a nice, easy forestry track to follow. The deforestation isn't nice to see, but it's opened up all these views over Loch Long. Absolutely incredible. You wouldn't be able to see these views if it wasn't for the deforestation. It would just be covered in a thick collection of trees, but pretty amazing. It's a pretty amazing loch. I mean, width-wise it's nothing special. It's not like Loch Lomond or Loch Tay, but I suppose it lives up to the name. Lengthwise it is absolutely enormous. I can see all the way down to Ardgartan and then all the way down the other side to Gairloch Head. If you just get a bit of elevation, you can just see the entire length. It's pretty incredible views. It's been quite a stormy winter. Look at the damage it does. Huge trees being felled. Pretty amazing. I forgot how many undulations there are on this path. It really is quite hilly. It's just up and down, up and down. But I just bumped into a few guys that have watched the channel before. I didn't quite catch their name. They're heading to the Bothy, but it was nice to meet yous anyway. Bit scary that. That is so steep and it's just so dark. Don't know what is down there. I've seen a few signs for something called the Duke's Path. I'd never heard of that before, but apparently that's what I'm following. But yeah, I wasn't actually too sure if I was going to come this route today. For the longest time they've been saying on the website that there's some sort of infection on the trees that's making the area not safe, so they had to fell a bunch of the trees. And also it was making the water hazardous, so you weren't supposed to drink it. So just to be safe, I've brought loads of water with me. My bag is so heavy. I think it's fine now, but just to be on the safe side, I don't want to get poisoned. Oh. I think it's time for a snack. Got an absolutely unreal snack today. Got some fresh pineapple. Oh, I can't wait to eat this. So nice. So good. Hydrates you and stops your hunger. What more can you ask for? Let's go. Well, that's not a bad view. Down to Loch Long. Quite a steep drop off there. That is really nice. So peaceful. I've always thought it's a pretty interesting concept, camping. Like, you just walk to the middle of nowhere to sleep in somewhere less comfortable than your house. But when people ask me why I do it, I think that is the best word to describe it. Peaceful. It's just what it is. There's just no troubles, struggles. It's just peaceful. So relaxing. And I absolutely love it. So I just keep doing it. Oh, that is really cool. Huge big ship down there. What a view as well. I've gone by the turn off for the bothy, so this is now uncharted territory. I'm only about a mile from my potential camping spot at the Loch, and so yeah, I'm excited to get there and see what it's like. Well, I've made it to the Loch, and it didn't take me long to find the perfect spot. This spot right here looks absolutely perfect. You can see a couple people have camped here before, obviously, and they've made sure to let everyone else know that. But I'm not going to let it take away from those views. Absolutely beautiful. I think I'm just going to get the tent pitched. We've still got about an hour to an hour and a half of sunlight left, but I want to just guarantee I get the spot. I highly doubt anyone else is going to come here. This is the southern tip of the peninsula. I've hiked about 5 miles to get here, and there's no faster route. That is the fastest route that I know of anyway. So yeah, I'm just going to get it up. Look at this though. So peaceful. Amazing. Over there was just a little bit too boggy, so I've decided just to pitch here instead. The ground's a little bit firmer, so I had to put the pegs in at an angle, but pretty perfect. It's a shame it's not a little bit warmer, or else I'd have a swim in that loch, but it's absolutely freezing right now. I think I said it's 2 degrees. That's the air temperature, obviously. I don't know what the water temperature would be like. But yeah, I think if I went in the loch right now, I probably wouldn't come out. So yeah, I'm not doing that. Yep, no chance. Feels really good to be sitting down in the tent. I only hiked like 5 or 6 miles, but it's definitely still tires you out. So yeah, it's nice to chill. It's about 5:30 right now, and I don't have any warm food because I forgot my jet boil, which isn't ideal because it's actually quite cold. But oh well, I've still got food, so I'll have that. And the sunset isn't until about 6 o'clock, so I'll just give it half an hour and then see if there's anything going on with that. Morning everyone. I think that was one of the best night sleeps I've ever had in a tent. It's just so calm in this glen. There's bigger mountains surrounding the loch, and so there's pretty much no wind. Nice and sheltered. I've got about 10 miles to do today, and the weather is looking lovely again. Doesn't feel like Scotland. So yeah, I'm really excited for the day ahead. Wow, look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. I think this big glen is Duke's Path. I'm not too sure what it is, but I just seen it on the OS map. But that is absolutely beautiful. The wee trail just winding its way up into the forest. This seems like the perfect mix. Yesterday I was just following that sort of forestry track, really easy to follow through the forest. But today seems like it's this sort of track which is just winding its way past the mountains. Yeah, it's nice to have that variety. They're both really enjoyable. We've got some company. 5 of them. What are they doing out here? This is actually the most remote part of the Ardgartan Peninsula. I think the closest thing to me right now is actually not on the peninsula, but instead across Loch Goil to Loch Goil Head and I think Carrick Castle, or across Loch Long to I'm not too sure what's over there, but yeah, pretty cool how remote this is, and it's pretty easy to get to. I entered into the forest, and with a nice trail to follow, it made for a peaceful hike. Gaps in the trees would reveal views of mountains in the distance. The sound of birds chirping settled my nerves, and the fresh mountain air filled my lungs. I truly felt present. Yeah, this is definitely my favourite part so far. All I can hear around me is just the noise of birds in the early morning. It's absolutely beautiful. There's literally no wind. I'm actually quite high up right now as well. I think I'm up at about 300 or 400 metres. And I go up to the highest point today is about 500 metres. So yeah, there's quite a lot of up and down. But this is perfect walking conditions. So nice. Oh no. Gonna have to turn back. I'm sorry I have to put all my terrible jokes. Oh, it's not even funny. Oh, what a great view that is. That is looking over to Loch Goil down there. And I'm not too sure, that might be Ben Vula, which is a Corbett. Heading down quite a bit now though. I don't think I've ever seen a gate that you lift up. That is definitely an interesting one. I think I'm actually dropping all the way down to sea level. Loch Goil is a sea loch, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be walking pretty much next to Loch Goil Head. So yeah, that means I'm going to have to climb all the way back up to 500 metres, which isn't fun. Oh, that is some view, that is. That is unreal. I think that might be someone's house down there as well. Imagine living there with those views. I followed the trail engulfed in trees into what seemed like nowhere, until eventually the trail opened up, revealing views down to Loch Goil. .8 metres. Not too sure I'll fit under it. Gonna be a tough one. Oof. Just made it. That was a close one. Nearly got zapped there. But I'm just dropping down to Loch Goil Head. It's just on my left right now. I don't think I actually go right down to sea level. I think I'll probably stay about 100 metres. So that means I've only got 400 metres of a climb. So yeah, not as bad as I thought. Now begins the brutal ascent up this path. Looks steep. Man, it is so warm. I'm just wearing a t-shirt now. Like, I was wearing jumper, jacket, thermals, and another jacket this morning. That's how cold it was. And now I'm just in a t-shirt. Pretty mental how much difference the, midday heat makes. But I'll take it. It's a lot more comfortable. This, I believe, is the Falls of Donnoch. That's really nice. Distance wise, I've not actually got too far to go to the high point. I think about 2 or 3 kilometres, but I've still got about 350 metres to climb. So this is about to get really steep. Jeez, this is so steep. The final section climbed high into the mountains to loop back round to the start point. The ascent was brutal, but with many breaks, I reached the plateau in good time. Oh yes, made it up to the high point at about 515 metres. That was so tough at the end there, it's literally so steep. I looked at the maps and you're doing about 250 metres of elevation in like a kilometre. It's maybe a kilometre and a half, but it's still absolutely mental. There's really nice views all around. Over to the left is the Brack and the Ardgartan Alps. And then off to my right is another Corbett called Loch that you can do as well with the Brack in a day. Just in front of me as well is Ben Lomond with snow on the top. Looks pretty amazing. I've not got too far to go now and it's all downhill from here, which I'm absolutely buzzing about. Going uphill can be fun, you get these amazing views, but with this big heavy rucksack it's absolutely brutal. Well, what a great route that was. I'm pretty close to my car now and I will have completed the entire loop of the Ardgartan Peninsula. I'd highly recommend that to anyone who's not got much experience with long distance walking. At 15 miles you can do it comfortably over 2 or 3 days if you wanted to, and you go through Loch Goil head on the way, so it feels remote but it's not too remote. But I think I'm going to end the video here. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have and you want to support the channel, feel free to subscribe and like the video as well. They're both completely free and they really help me out. And I'll hopefully see you guys next time for another adventure.